Compared to their title team of 4 years ago, the 2023 Raptors look pretty unrecognizable. Kawhi obviously left that summer, Kyle Lowry and Fred Vanvleet are both gone, and Nick Nurse is no longer the coach of this team. But with them losing out on Dame, we know what the Raptors will be working with next season, and honestly, they're one of the more interesting teams in the NBA. In this video, we'll be looking at what exactly to expect from the 2024 Raptors, including the rise of Gradey Dick, the potential improvement of Scottie Barnes, and the impact and futures of the vets on this roster. But before we begin, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and be sure to sub to the channel for even more content like this. One reason for Raptor fans to be excited for next season is going to be the play of rookie Gradey Dick. In high school, Dick was a consensus 5-star recruit, a McDonald's All-American, Gatorade National Player of the Year, and shot 51% from the field and 47% from 3 as a senior. He has much of what you want to see from a wing in today's NBA, as a great 3-point shooter who moves well off the ball, is a willing passer, runs the floor well, and has high basketball IQ. Dick is also more athletic than people think and has good size for a wing at 6'8", being far from a defensive liability. These, in fact, are the reasons why he thrived at Kansas as one of the best shooters in his draft class, shooting 40% from 3 and being a capable offensive player as well, reaching double figures in 24 games and scoring north of 20 in 7 games. The Raptors were bottom 3 in 3-point percentage last season, so God knows they need a player like Dick on their team. Whether he becomes a star caliber player or not remains to be seen, but he does have what it takes to have a prolonged NBA career. Next up, we need to talk about the 2022 Rookie of the Year in Scottie Barnes, his apparent sophomore slump, and how he can bounce back in 2024. As a long athletic wing, Barnes provided immediate impact due to his defensive versatility and his underrated playmaking. He was a 15-8-4 guy who helped the Raptors make the playoffs in 2022 and was the first Raptors rookie to ever record at least 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 250 assists in a single season. In that rookie year, Barnes put together a 31-17-6 performance against the LA Lakers, becoming the first rookie to put up such a stat line since Blake Griffin in 2011. And with a 28-point, 16 rebounds and 5 steals performance against the Nets, he became the first rookie to put up such a stat line since Shaq. He proved to be an excellent offensive rebounder, ran the floor well, and could even bring the ball up by himself, had a solid handle, and proved to be a good help defender. And all of this pretty much was true in 2023. People claim that he had a sophomore slump, which is true if you just look at the sheer numbers. But in actuality, a lack of a defined offensive role and a lack of spacing surrounding him played a big role in that. With Fred Vanvleet gone and with a new coach, I do expect him to have increased responsibilities in the offense, and he's going to continually be valuable as a Swiss Army knife type of player. And if he and the Raptors really want to take the next step, they must improve the spacing surrounding him so he has more room to operate, and he does need to improve as a 3-point shooter because that's going to open up even more elements in his game. Besides Barnes is Pascal Siakam, a mainstay who seemingly had back-to-back masterful seasons and is easily one of the best players in the league. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, along with a steal while shooting 49% from the field. He's a mobile big who can handle the ball, push the ball in transition, has an effective spin move that everyone memes so much, produces in isolation situations, and is well improved as a playmaker, making reads and quick decisions that he wouldn't have made in previous seasons. With regards to Siakam, it's not a matter of whether he can be productive next season, it's a matter of whether he's going to be a part of the long-term plans of this team. Siakam has stated that he wants to be a Raptor for life, but the Raptors have yet to offer him a contract extension, even though he's going to be a free agent next summer in 2024. If Masai wants to go young, he could opt to deal Siakam at the trade deadline to better build around his roster around Scottie Barnes. And several contenders could be interested in his services and give the Raptors some good compensation. On top of Siakam, the Raptors have other contributing vets as well, namely OG Anunoby. OG has survived years of trade speculation for a number of stars, and teams have even offered 3 first-round picks for his services. Those offers might seem crazy at the surface, but OG is that special of a player. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league and has really developed his offensive game over the years to match his stellar defense. This is further exemplified by him going from 6 points per game as a rookie to 17 points per game over the last 2 seasons. Also, he shot 38% from 3 on 5 attempts over the last few seasons and averaged a career high 2 steals per game last season. I was really hoping for him to take a jump in terms of his playmaking and shot creation ability, but keep in mind that he's only 25 years of age and has a lot of room to grow. Jakob Poeltl will be back at center for this team, and again, he's one of the more underrated players in the league. He averaged 13 and 9 on an impressive 63% from the field last season, was a good rim protector, and operates well in the pick and roll. Lastly, in the backcourt, we have both Gary Trent Jr. and newly signed Dennis Schroeder from the LA Lakers. Trent Jr. has been a needed floor spacer on this team, shooting 38% from 3 on 7 attempts a game over the last 3 seasons, and has also averaged 17 points per game in that span as well. Schroeder just came off an excellent summer where he won MVP of the Basketball World Cup and led Germany to winning the whole thing. The 3-point shot isn't exactly ideal, but he signed to a solid short-term deal of only 2 years and $25 million, provides solid playmaking and scoring at the point guard position. And it really pays that they didn't bring back Fred VanVleet on a franchise-crippling deal. Overall, the Toronto Raptors are in a very interesting position entering 2024. They're not expected to really do anything in the Eastern Conference, and given the mix of vets and very young, talented guys on the roster, the team's direction could seem unclear. But with young guys like Gradey Dick and Scottie Barnes bound to impress next season, and with the talent that they do have, they should be somewhat competitive in the Eastern Conference and could turn some heads in years to come. With that being said, let me know down below your expectations for Gradey Dick, Scottie Barnes, and others on the Toronto Raptors, and your expectations for the team as a whole. Also, let me know what direction you want the Toronto Raptors to go with by the trade deadline. Should they maximize the value that they can get out of Pascal Siakam and others to better build around their future, or would you rather just stay the course and try to make the playoffs next season? Let me know down below. Be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and be sure to sub to the channel for even more content like this. Hope to see you all in the next one, and stay tuned.